Chào mừng quý vị và các bạn đang cùng đến với chương trình Việt Nam trong tim tôi. Quý vị thân mến, ngày hôm nay thì Nguyên Khang cảm thấy rất là hồi hộp bởi vì sẽ cùng gặp gỡ một vị đầu bếp cũng như là một người dẫn chương trình của kênh ẩm thực và du lịch nổi tiếng, đó chính là anh Bobby Chinn. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. How long have you been learning cooking?
I started learning when I was about 6, and I think I started cooking professionally when I was like 30.
When did you learn how to cook the first Vietnamese?
The first Vietnamese dish I learned, I think, was sweet and sour soup in the Trang.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I came to Vietnam because I wanted to learn Vietnamese food. But the problem is that nobody wanted to teach me.
Why?
Well, because it was your livelihood. It's a family recipe. To learn Vietnamese food has taken me a very long time. And then I still don't stop learning because Vietnamese food is very, very complicated. See, most Vietnamese I find are very difficult when it comes to Vietnamese food.
Yeah.
Right? Because they taste it and they'll say, too salty, too much garlic, too much pepper. And then you got the difference between the North and the South, right?
Yeah.
Because they have fantastic food all around them.
Yeah.
And then they have their idea of what the best is. I
Yeah.
moved to Vietnam to learn Vietnamese food.
Yeah.
So I visited Vietnam back in 1993, and I fell in love with the country. And then everyone was really happy those days.
So why you left Vietnam?
Very proud history, very friendly people, very tight bonds of family, great values, great food, and I think just generally good people. You know, the Vietnamese people laugh. Yet other people don't laugh so much.
Yeah. But to have a good Vietnamese cuisines, you have to maybe you have to observe from the other people. But how can you learn the secrets to make it better?
I don't think it'd be arrogant to think you can make Vietnamese food better. I think Vietnamese food has been perfected 1,000 years ago, and everyone's learning from from when those dishes were created.
Yeah.
Vietnamese food could only, in my opinion, change. I mean, I don't want to have a pink banh cuon with caviar. Okay, that's not in my interest. I don't care about that, right? I want banh cuon on a plastic stool with the ladies making it perfectly. You might change it in the sense that you have new ingredients growing in Vietnam, and then the creativity of that. I mean, like if you think of like a recent invention would be pho cuon.
Pho cuon in Hanoi.
In Hanoi.
Yeah.
That's a recent dish. That's only what, 18, 20 years. You know, it's very simple. And that's the beauty of it, is Vietnamese food is kind of like simple but complex and brilliant. So, can't remember what I was talking about.
But I just wonder that you say that it's hard for you to follow any courses or...
That's right, that's right. You're asking me a question about, yes.
Yeah, how can you
eat.
You eat,
Yeah, that's what you have to do. To understand Vietnamese food, first you have to eat it. You know, say for example, I wanted to learn pho. And there was this one place in Hanoi that made fantastic pho, and the woman knew I was a chef. So I said, why don't you teach me pho? He says, you're a chef, figure it out yourself. Like, so I said, okay, I will.
Yeah.
So I'd show up at 12 o'clock at nighttime, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was there 24 hours, okay?
Yeah.
Not every day.
Yeah.
Right, just randomly show up at 2 o'clock, and I would, at about 2 o'clock in the morning, they would take equal ratios of ginger and equal ratios of shallots and burn them. In the morning, they'd be boiling the bones and throwing the water out and doing that 3 times, and then cooking them. Then they would clean the ginger from the night and then throw those in, bring it up to a simmer, then put those ingredients in, star anise, cinnamon, and then season with fish sauce. That took me about 2 months to figure out.
Yeah.
There's a lady in Hanoi also that does banh cuon. For 8 years I asked her, teach me banh cuon. Toy. I was like, 8 years.
Yeah.
I eat at a restaurant for 8 years, sometimes once a week, sometimes twice a week for 8 years. And finally, one day she says, I'll teach you. I was like, why are you gonna teach me now? She says, you've been bothering me for 8 years. My children don't want to do it, and I know that you love the food, so she'll teach me.
But is there any difficult dishes that you hard to do?
Difficult dishes?
Yeah.
Bang kun, pulling the bang kun off that thing is an art
Yeah.
and a science. And it takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
You see many people doing it on a thing this big.
Yeah.
The woman in Hanoi, her thing's about that big. Chinn, I'm thinking of you. Okay, so Chinn's got this big thing. I bring a very famous chef from the United States. His name is Charles Pham. And he was like, how does she do it? And what? You're a famous chef. I did the Vietnamese thing. You're a famous, figure it out yourself.
Yeah. Until now, can you do bánh cuốn well?
I can do the stuffing, I can do the sauce, but someone's got to go with this. I mean, that to me
Must be clever.
Well, you have to first you got to take the stick and then put it in the water, and then you got to know exactly where the water. Everything's got to be organized exactly. You got to go like that, and then wait a sec, stop. Put the stick down. Get my thing here. Shallot oil. Okay, now my stick, and then here it goes. Slap, and then yeah.
Pork and roll it. Yeah.
Roll it, and then put on a plate, and then cut,
yeah.
and then shallots and dry and date.
Yeah, it's very hard for you
Yeah.
to take it out.
Well,
That is the most difficult task.
You gotta push it aside, and then you gotta go about this far with the stick and press down a little bit.
Yeah, that's
and
the
then
most
the
difficult
part
thing.
was this wrist. It's that. Is it that or is it that? Gee, Anne, I don't tell him anything. You figure it out yourself. Sorry.
Yeah. Anything before you become a chef?
Yeah, I was unemployed for a very long time. I was in finance.
Oh.
I shined shoes. I operated an elevator.
Yeah.
I flew a kite.
Yeah.
What else have I done? I did stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
A waiter.
Wow.
I had many different jobs.
Yeah.
I sold seafood to the mafia.
Yeah.
I wasn't so smart. Never claimed that. I sold dictionaries door to door. I've done many jobs. I didn't know what to do.
Why you quit all the job that you had, especially financial job, to become a chef? Because I think a job is very promising and many people like to do that.
Finance?
Yeah, something like that.
You're a slave in finance. They choke you with it's like having a chain on you. They call it a tie. Okay, and then you got to have all these different colored ties. So you don't wear the same tie to work. So that means you're successful. So you take all your money that you make and you stick it and buy it a tie and a suit and a pair of expensive shoes, and you act and you look and talk successful. But you really aren't, because most people aren't happy in finance. Right?
Yeah.
You can have the fast car and all that stuff. You have to. I felt it was very important to find something that you loved. It's not really important how much money you make. When you die, you don't get to take it with you, right? So there's a song. You can spend all your time making money. You can spend all your love making time.
Yeah. So the first day you become a chef, do you have to face up with any difficulties?
Difficulty, yes.
Yeah.
Many. My first job being a chef was in Vietnam. So first there's a big language barrier.
So why don't you try to study to understand what people talk?
I never said I was good at languages either.
Yeah.
Vietnamese language is very difficult.
Yeah. I say that you can say bánh cuốn for everything. It means that
Wei
you
chai,
can...
wei fai, di tang. Don't. Yeah, I can do a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But I never thought I would be here this long. If you sat there and said, okay, you're gonna go to Vietnam, what are you gonna do? People said I was crazy. Where you go? I'm gonna go learn Vietnamese food. I'm gonna go open a restaurant. You're crazy. What are you gonna go to Vietnam for? I live in a beautiful city. I live in San Francisco. Many people die to get to America. So you come to Vietnam, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a sec. I love these people. They kicked the Chinese out 3 times, kicked the Americans out, kicked the French out. There's just a very a very wonderful feeling of being here. It's like all of a sudden finding out that you're alive. I feel like when I got here, it's like, you know, I'm alive. You know, I never rode a motorcycle, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm alive. You know, I'm living.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was dying in another country. Every day is one more day closer to death. In Vietnam, it's like, you know, here we are. Let's do it again.
When you come here, you also have a chance to contact with a lot of people and Vietnamese lady also. Does they have any impression on you?
Yeah, that's why the wars lasted so long.
No.
Guys came here
Yeah.
like, you see the women? We ain't leaving.
Yeah, of
Chinese
course.
said it kept 400 years. Chinese like, no, we're
But I just think about your ideas about a Vietnamese lady.
Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? It's kind of like,
Okay.
you haven't mentioned anything about the sun. Yeah, the sun comes up and down every day. A Vietnamese woman, beautiful, stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so clever.
Oh no, I'm not blind is what it is. I mean, it doesn't have to be clever, it's recognize the beauty of a Vietnamese woman.
But how can you contact the people when you use English? Body language.
Okay?
Do they understand you?
No, I go, đây Bobby đầu quắc, ở đây giày 3 cái cộng 2 lần rồi tắt. Okay.
Không biết. Your pronunciation is so good that I can understand what you mean.
I say nothing. That's my point.
Yeah.
I just learn the tones and then I'm learning, but it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult language.
But why don't you try to study a few?
I do now.
Yeah. And now it's better?
I wouldn't go that far.
So now I can teach you some Vietnamese sentence. Việt Nam trong tim tôi.
Việt Nam trong tim tôi.
Trong tim tôi.
Trong tim tôi.
Okay, look at the audience and tell them. No, talk. They are waiting for
Oh,
you.
yeah. Việt Nam trong tim tôi. No, you see?
Trong tim tôi.
Đấy, that's so difficult.
Yeah,
I
okay.
have to go 2, 3 đậu quắc đánh đi rồi đánh đi mày.
Okay, thank you very much for your best effort to talk that.
Việt Nam trong tim tôi.
Okay.
Is that okay?
No, trong tim.
Trong tim.
Rồi, okay, yeah,
Rồi.
it's good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bobby. Yeah. Các bạn thân mến, như vậy là ngày hôm nay thì chúng ta đã cùng lắng nghe đôi điều chia sẻ về niềm đam mê đối với ẩm thực Việt từ phía Bobby Chinn, một người khá là hài hước và vui tính, đúng không ạ? Và hy vọng là quý vị sẽ tiếp tục đón xem ở số tiếp theo của chương trình Việt Nam trong tim tôi và cùng lắng nghe cuộc trò chuyện thú vị hơn nữa về Bobby Chinn. Còn bây giờ xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.